To siege or not to siege? Alphinaud's distracted by a call on his link pro. Oh. Tataru? Yes, General Roban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege on the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Torpin and the others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. Let's go. My body is ready. It is ready. Tataru! Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Roban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Haurchefant was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you better head in. Okay, let me just have some water. Let's go. What's going on? Oh, shit. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such a alacrity. As I am sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Wait. I don't know who was saying that the first time. I thought it was Haurchefant, now I'm questioning myself. Master Winwisiv, Master Levier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means possible. When the observatorium's bells toll, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I will not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. To remain in a besieged Ishgard, or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. I'm ready. I'm ready to fucking fight, chat. We fighting? Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her dreary defenders must take a spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, and not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Kat? I would stay and fight. I like the humph. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. Yeah, let's go. We're good people. Alpha knows way. Alpha knows deliberating how best to proceed. The choice we make this day may have grave implications to our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. Literally, Tataru's right there. But okay. Let's go. Da, 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 da. Oh.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
That might not be the best plan.
Estinian.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
Maybe we don't have Istinian on a diplomatic mission? Yeah, I don't. We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Temps Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir! Da, da, let's go. Hello? You would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray make it quick.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the Sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Thanks, husband. Hey. He's such a good boy. I love him. Alright. Having secured Sir Emmerich's support, we may proceed without fear of preemptive Ashgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. Let's go! Oh, I wasn't expecting cutscene.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
How do you know about that?
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thornton.
Oh. The fuck did you just transform? What? What in the fuck? In search of Iceheart. Oh, look at this little wind up Alphino. Alphino would see to one final matter before setting forth. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Then I shall... My voice cannot go that low. Fuck! Then I shall await you at St. Rene's Forum. Tell your friend that maybe sometime the road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Cat, let us head back to Fortaunt Manor. Demonic or draconic? That's a good question. I don't actually know. Da da da. Oh. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Kat and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, all right? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially. No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. They look so good. A tiny tie. By the 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually rather good.
I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills.
My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold.
'Twas the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey.
Yeah, why don't we get new clothes? What the fuck? Tataru, I feel left out. You have said your farewells, then.
Aye, and we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay.
Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking?
In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Issael's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the COERTHAS Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area.
Okay, Redwald. Oh shit. Well, Master Wisov, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it cannot be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman.
Alphino Levier at your service, and you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be another way to avert the upcoming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest in hope of acquiring the latest intelligence of the Heretics' movements.
I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgagni Mills. I still can't pronounce it. 'Tis possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Master Wisov knows well the place I speak of, for it is he who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there.
Okay. A wise use of our time. Come, Kat, I am eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the Heretic's lair.
Let's go! Let's do it.
Master Wisov, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale here. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed by the shadows of great white beasts. 'Twould seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Kat.
Okay, thanks for, Thanks for volunteering me. Oh, here's one. Or two. Tamed polar bear. Tamed war bear. Dun, 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 dun. Alphino is like my manager. That's not incorrect. Oh, hi, Stinny. The beasts are slain, then. My thanks, Master Wisov. We may return to our duty without fear of mauling.
I have a little Alphino!
Let's go. From one heretic to another, the expedition leader has a promising lead to aid you in your search for Lady Iceheart. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is this not so? The records we discovered are those beasts mauled by my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of pursuing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, but I'd wager those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics.
My interrogations of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from those letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. Okay. Epistle. Oh, there's 3. Got it. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I got it. Have you recovered much of the Heretics' correspondence? Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Levier and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here, then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgain, whatever, Mills, Heretics, and their fellows in the Afa Amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manners of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. We figured out where they are. Look at us go. Sounding out the amphitheater. Elfino seems intent on traveling to the Afa Amphitheater. The Afa Amphitheater? The very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous track of snow, ice and snow, that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Aetherite. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbrita succeeded in creating the Akafa beacon before it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant Aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgain Mills seem to have been in regular contact with the brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Istinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the western highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the Aetherite from the side of the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the western highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they cannot deny it. But they will deny it. Oh my god. But they will not deny us entry. Moonbrita. Alright. The guests of House Forton, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming that Akafa beacon still works, and we must pray to the 12 that it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Okay, let's go. Let's go. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard! It is not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take us more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Come, brothers! May dragon wings bear us to victory! I'm gonna win, let's be real. Oops. pain waving. I don't know which one's the healer, or if it's both. No, that's the healer and that's the black mage. Alright, got it. Oh, there's more.
Your guard is down.
He was in my ear holes. Oh. Oh. Hi. They partake of the blood of dragons. Were you surprised? 7 hells, can dragon blood truly bring such a transformation? We should not have come here, Guardians. Well. Is there another healer? No. Ow. They're not gathered together well. I guess this one's after me. Oh, I have a party. Oh, more dragons. They always give us the cold shoulder. Oh. You're a big dragon boy. 12 for fend.
Focus. Release.
At last, a foe I might sink my lance into.
Know your folly.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Big boy's done. Dun, 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 dun. We did it! We murdered them all because... They fight the demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should we an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Estinian? I suspect... Oh, he's like... the metal's glowing. I suspect it is the heretics' way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy See sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. Da, da, da. All right, let's make haste. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there's another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Gentilo may have information of us to use. Of use to us. Ah, but mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn of all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these Convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Okay. Yeah, the main theme is so good. Oh. Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lad looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon. Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a swift flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Jantelot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? Aye, I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be, somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Kat, Istinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Question all the bitches. How cold has it been in your area? I'm 61! Camp of the Convictors. Alphino's eager to gather information on the heretics. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak to as many as you can, Kat. I think it is a dungeon? Oh, okay. Borsch Banneret. Nay, I know not of heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Ratemont, Vermont, and Bertinant that wanders in and out of camp? I don't know what you just said to me, sir. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies of signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Okay. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go bother Pure Quay or someone? I've had enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out in the wilds. Y'all are a bunch of helpful. Where is... Oh. Pure Quay. Oh. Something I can help you with, my lord? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you could share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Pure Quay. A soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I look up to the spear... Wait, what? If weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, you see. No, it was by order of Sir Jantelot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it.
That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the Heretics tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the Heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I'm minded to start a fire. Let's start a fire, chat. Probably nothing will go wrong. Nothing at all. Purple flame, purple flame. Istinian wishes to prepare a signal fire to lure in the Heretics. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard of the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also describes in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Kat? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the Heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay. Okay. So let's go do these other things. Give me that yak. Yakety yak. Don't talk back. They were a pain and hit hard. Oh. Yeah, that sounds right. I vaguely remember, but not well. Oh! I do. Did I avoid them often? Probably. I thought I had an epiphany, but then I was actually realizing I was thinking of Elden Ring with the rune bear. My bad. Alright. 'Twould seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. Yeah. His must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need? Yes. I choked on my water.
I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to speak with you, I'll say first.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Story time.
'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of KOERTHAS as its home. Unfortunately for them, KOERTHAS was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heresvelgar, in particular, so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelga, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelga ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart.
Oops.
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Eyeball!
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
Where
If
was he
Nidhogg is
keeping
indeed
it?
lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelga instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelga resides.
Uh-oh. I got a crystal back.
Is autumn mist, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Hi, Midgar.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Well, if you hadn't taken it away, sir. Sir, I have questions. Aetherite! Let's go. Yes. Freebird! COERTHAS. Aether current attunement done. Chat. Chat. Ah. So nice.